Okay, so we're back for part 2 now, and right now I'm going to show you some more of the DVDs that I got between my last update and right now. Now, I may have slipped up a bit in the chronology of how I bought these DVDs, so please forgive me. I'm trying my best. So the first one I have is next one I have is the Kevin Bridges The Full Story box set. Now, I bought this for my brother for my birthday, or more like my mum paid for it and I just said it was from me. But anyways, I went to see him last October because he came to Manchester and he was pretty funny. And some of the like his the warm-up acts, the other people that came on before he came onto the stage were pretty funny. Although I only saw one guy. It's Romesh Ranganathan. He was very funny, but this guy is actually very funny. Like, well, I'm not gonna get the DVDs out because that'd be a struggle. But the Kevin Bridges, the story, it has Kevin Bridges, the story so far, live in Glasgow, and Kevin Bridges, the story continues. So that has his first 2 stand-up DVDs, and I also have the third one, which was the one that I went to, not the taping, but it was more of the same material that I heard when I saw him at the Apollo. But this is good. Like, this is very funny. He's one of the some British comedians are actually good because usually because I'm from England, they kind of strike a chord because like they reference English pop culture and things like that, and things that you would probably get because you're from England or whatever. But all these British shows that have these British pop references, Americans probably wouldn't get them because they're not from there. But he's very funny. He has the bus stop joke is legendary, and the Chad Hogan one with he turned out to be a real person in real life. But do check this guy out. I think the Americans, there's his stand-ups online, so just go onto YouTube, type in his name, and yeah, just check him out. He's very funny. Next one I have is Jan Demange's 71, starring Jack O'Connell. Basically, this was a film that I saw in my my college's level 2 media class because the teacher that I had in that class was a BAFTA member, and she got all the screeners for these films, and so she showed us 71, which is actually a pretty good film about the a British soldier who's trapped in Belfast during the Troubles in 1971, and he tries to sort of find his way out of, like, try to get back to his crew before, like, the IRA get to him. So this is pretty good. It was filmed in Blackburn, despite the fact that it's set in Belfast. And basically, like, my mother kind of knows the grandmother of one of the kids who was in this movie, so that's kind of pretty cool. So, like, I have a little bit of a connection to, like, filmmaking and acting, so that's pretty cool. And so there was the slipcase, and here we have the disc there. So that's pretty nice. Although Jack O'Connell is actually becoming pretty much a good actor. I have seen him recently in films like Starred Up and Money Monster, and I've not watched him in Skins. I've not watched that show, so I don't know how to. But do check this film out. Next one I have is Mrs. Brown's Boys Live on DVD. Although I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is Mrs. Brown Rides Again or I'm not sure if I got this because there's another one called Good Morning Mrs. Brown where it's something to do with the death of her husband. I'm not sure if I showed this or anything, but you know, I'm just gonna talk about it anyways. Because yeah, I'll just talk about it again because it is a good show. I do like the show, and I'm not sure if I talked about this in a DVD update. I apologize if I haven't. I don't think I've seen this one all the way through. I've only been to like one of her live performances. And I have seen the show, the reboot of the show, and I have seen the movie. The movie's okay. I don't like it is funny in some parts, but okay. So I'm gonna skip this one. But Brendan O'Carroll is pretty much a funny comedian. Maybe I'm not sure, but okay. So we're gonna get to my birthday. What I got for my 21st birthday, I got some money, so I went and I bought some films. Which is what I usually do with my money. And I went to the 5 for 30 sale, although I ended up actually getting 6 Blu-rays because this next one, the first one that I got, is a double pack, and it is True Grit and No Country for Old Men. Now, the True Grit was like the remake was actually quite good. I did like the song at the end of it. I like it had sort of a bittersweet ending. I did like Haley Steinfeld's performance as Matty Ross. I kind of liked her, and although the remake is good, I kind of like the original, but the remake is kind of better. The original is just another like John Wayne performance, and I did think that the Matty Ross in the original was kind of a little too upbeat, you know, just too excited and upbeat. But this is good. I did read also for No Country for Old Men. I did read the book, and then I just watched No Country for Old Men again. It's still okay, you know. The ending is kind of a bit anticlimactic, especially the ending with Tommy Lee Jones talking about the dream that he had with his dad and things like that. So I'll just show you the things. Okay, so on your left you have True Grit. On your right you have No Country for Old Men. Currently, as I'm filming this right now, it is a mirrored image, but once I upload this, it is going to be its normal state. So, but do check out both films. They're actually quite good. You know, the Coen brothers are pretty good filmmakers. The next one I have is Ben Affleck's directorial feature. It's called Gone Baby Gone. It's directed by Ben Affleck and based on a book by Dennis Lehane in his Kenzie Gennaro series. And it's basically Casey Affleck going in search of this missing girl in Boston. And like he teams up with his girlfriend played by Michelle Monaghan to find this missing girl. Coincidentally, this is Ben Affleck's like first feature, and he's managed to bookend his directorial career with another Lehane adaptation, because Ben Affleck's next film is Live by Night, which is directed by him based on a Dennis Lehane novel. And I have seen other films that are based on Dennis Lehane novels, like Mystic River, Shutter Island, and The Drop, if you count The Drop, because that was based on a short story. But this is good. It's a film that had some controversy when it came to English cinemas, because the release was pushed back due to the disappearance of Madeleine McCann and all this other stuff. But it is a good film. I've not seen the alternate ending, but I have been promised by the DVD cover that it is thought-provoking. Although, to be honest, I don't know how to feel about the ending, but do check this out. This is such a good movie. Just enjoy it. Just check it out. Next one I have is Blazing Saddles, which is pretty funny. I also went to LA this year, and I actually went to Warner Brothers Studios, and in the Western, they did have some stuff from the I think Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is a pretty good Mel Brooks film. I can't really remember what I did. It's I'd been through I saw a lot of Warner Brothers Studios, and I'm trying to pinpoint where where they filmed Blazing Saddles. But I did go to Grauman's Chinese Theatre where they filmed the ending to this movie, which is actually pretty good, and it's basically about Harvey Korman's character wants to kind of the railroad that the slaves are building is in mud, and so he decides to get a little one go another direction to Rockridge, which is sort of this little town. And in order to get them to approve of this, they decide to get a new sheriff and use one of the slaves as a sheriff. So it's Cleavon Little is the slave in this, so he does a pretty good performance, and Gene Wilder and him work off together. And there's also the ending, the meta ending, where it's all a set, and so this is funny. Just classic Mel Brooks, check it out. Next one I have is Quentin Tarantino's second feature, Pulp Fiction. It's very good. I love Samuel L. Jackson in this. John Travolta was cool, and it had some pretty good. It's a very quotable film. It's very the dialogue is brilliant, and some of the scenes are very memorable, and very quotable. So check this out. This is brilliant. I especially I like Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is very much a great director. He's one of the greatest directors ever, and kind of a little bit of an inspiration. And the next film I have is a film that I've yet to watch. I've already seen it. I've not seen it in a while, and it's Joel Schumacher's Falling Down, with a brilliant performance by Michael Douglas as an unemployed person who snaps due to the carelessness of society and just goes on a murderous rampage. It's great. I love it. I can't wait to watch this again. Having been to California, I'm probably gonna watch this again. So I'm gonna check this out. And I also last year went to I had another trip to Tenerife, and I went into that charity shop that caters to cats, and I bought Rat Race, practically a copy of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. It's very Jerry Zucker is a pretty good director. I've seen all of his other films like Airplane. He co-directed that, and it's very funny. There's loads of gags and a very good ensemble. It's about these guys racing from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and they're all racing each other and competing against each other to get this money that's in a locker in a train station. So do check this out if you like other films like It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And next one I have is Silence of the Lambs, very landmark thriller with brilliant performances from Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins, and very quotable. And the last one I have in this is Glengarry, Glen Ross, which is it's okay. Had some good performances from Kevin Spacey, but I wasn't into it. So anyways, I'll see you in part 3. Bye.